Will you read the Bible with me? Today we are in Psalm 51, and in this verse it talks about having a restored joy and a willing spirit. And in this verse, Psalm 51:12, it says, "Restore to me the joy of your salvation and grant me a willing spirit to sustain me." And this is talking about how we are to ask God for the happiness and joy of his salvation, that we are to rejoice for the relationship with God. And this is clouded by our sin, that we sin, so it messes with that relationship. And so the joy is lost because of what we do against God. And to restore that relationship, it's not a prayer for salvation itself to be restored, but for the joy that comes from having that relationship. That we're asking God to pardon and renew his presence in our life. And we go from the joy of salvation is not dependent on material possessions or favorable circumstances, but on the relationship with God and his work in our life. And this prayer is asking about having a spirit of willingness, that the having a willing spirit can be understood as a spirit that is happy and ready to obey God's law and do his will. That we are sustained by God. That God's power can be upheld and supported by that willing spirit, so that he will not fail, or we will not fail in sin again. And it's a prayer for a spiritual strength to stay on the right path, that we will continue down this path that God has for us. So as you go through today, open your arms, open your heart, ask God to come in. Allow him to be the Lord of your life, to renew your joy and give you a willing spirit to do his will. That we are striving to be like God, to have the characteristics of God, to live like him and to love him. And we will see you tomorrow.